Salam alaikum and welcome to Istathmir, your financial news and information channel on the Middle East and North Africa. We are here in Dubai with Professor Tommaso Vittorusso, who is not only a professor of private law, but also a designated professor of Islamic transactional law. Thanks for finding time for us at Istathmir.com. You are often here in the Middle East, but you live in Italy. How do you see the Middle East for living and working? And how much do you like it here compared to your lovely Italian coast?
Okay, Salam alaikum, and thanks James for inviting me for this interview. Yes, I think I live in one of the best countries in the world, but I can tell that UAE is my second country, and I really love to spend time here. This is my 6th year in Dubai. Unfortunately, I can stay just 2 months every year, but my period here is one of the best periods in every single year. Yes, I think that Middle East, and especially the UAE and Dubai, are maybe one of the best places to live, to work, and to learn, especially for our Western citizens, to learn about Islam, to learn about different culture, and especially to open our minds. This is my best result here. My most interesting richness after coming to Dubai. I feel my mind more open than before, and I really suggest to everyone in Italy, in Europe, or in other parts of the Western countries to have an experience of working or living in Dubai. It could be absolutely interesting.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's a nice place. I mean, you know, the fantastic weather.
Yeah.
Well, you are a professor at the University of Salento in Lecce, Italy. Tell me, how did you get into Islamic transactional law?
It's just by chance, you know, like life offered to you some chance, and you have to grab it. And that's what happened to me. I came to Dubai 6 years ago just to play golf. And I met some lawyer and professor. They teach private or other topics in this country. They invited me to speak to some conferences and to suggested me to open my mind and study Islamic law, Islamic transactional law, and Islamic finance. It was a great opportunity. I absolutely grabbed it immediately. So I started came here every year for 2 months, as I said before, and I studied the Islamic contract. I found so interesting, and finally I wrote a book about it in Italian at the moment. I'm translating the English one, and I suggest to my university. I'm very thankful to the dean of my faculty, to my colleagues that allowed me to teach Islamic transactional law in my university. I think we are the only one university in Italy that can teach this. My courses are really a great success, and I can tell I have even Muslim students. I'm so proud about it, and I want to continue to study and to teach this and help my country to open its mind to the Muslims, to the different religion, and to have the right approach to this.
How did you get into law at the beginning? What fascinates you about the law? I mean, it's the rules and regulations.
You know what? I was surprised about the power of the principle of the religion. We had the same principle in the Bible. You know, I'm Catholic, and you can see exactly the same principle in the Bible. Talking about financial problem, you know, we have even in the Bible the interest are forbidden, but for the Islamic law, interest is a law. So the prohibition of interest is a law. For the conventional system, interest is the basic of finance. So okay, we cannot change this, but it's really interesting to see how the religious principle can touch, can help even the ruler to create a good law.
Yeah. You know all about Sharia compliant investing. Please explain to us, what is a sukuk?
Yes, thanks for asking, because I think that sukuk are the most interesting product that in the conventional system, the conventional financial system, we need to study, and maybe we need to issuing. To tell the truth, it's not it's not common to see sukuk in Europe and Western countries, but Maybe not more than 10 years ago, the government of Germany, the federal state of Saxony, they issued some sukuk. They are, sukuk are, you can even call it Islamic certification, Islamic bond, but really different from conventional bond because are not based on interest, but are based on real assets. So it's completely different the approach for a customer, for an investor, because you don't become a creditor of the issuer, but you share the risk with him, and it is absolutely a good opportunity for Western country to attract Islamic investor issuing sukuk. And now recently the government of UK is going to issue and to attract Islamic investor. When happened something like that in Germany, they were subscribed immediately, not just from Islamic investor, but even from European investors. So it could be a good opportunity for one side to attract Islamic investor, for other side for us to invest in a proper way, and maybe in a not so risky way like a conventional bond are.
What makes it interesting for a Westerner to invest in a product like a sukuk? Is it that there's less leverage, or what would you say? What makes it less risky also to invest?
It is absolutely less risky. The leverage could be the same, but since you are not a creditor of the government of the company that want to issue the sukuk, you have less risk to lose your money because you became a shareholder of some real asset, and it is absolutely new for our experience in conventional finance. So it is in this moment of crisis, people are afraid to lose this money. Everybody knows what happened in the financial market in USA and then in Europe. So investing in sukuk could be a good opportunity to invest our money and to learn something more about Islam during our investment, and to save our money properly.
So are you saying if somebody invests in a sukuk that he has the full overview in what he's investing, not like some structured product which is very detailed, like in a sukuk you have the full overview of what you're investing in?
Yes, exactly. It's exactly that is.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Well, let's go back to law.
Yeah.
What about if you bypass the law? For example, let us talk about US presidential candidate Donald Trump.
Okay.
His name was removed from the billboards in front of the $8 billion project.
I've heard it.
The Trump estates here in Dubai. We all know Donald Trump criticized Muslims. Could he lose his real estate investments and corporations here in the Middle East? Do governments need to follow the law in a case like this? Do they need to stick to the concept that a deal is a deal and a rule is a rule?
Interesting, Okay, Donald Trump is, of course, one of the most famous businessmen in the world, and I don't think that when he said what he said, he didn't think about it. So I think he knew the consequences, and maybe he did it because he wanted to attract some electors in USA. The consequences in his business in UAE are absolutely on the newspaper. We see what happened here. But you know what? I think that at the end of the day, business is business. But I think that if you want to invest in these countries, you should respect people who are managing with. So I think that the market will give us the answer, and we'll see if there are investment on his properties here or not. Anyway, it was a very, very strange opinion, his opinion. Yeah. I absolutely dislike it.
Well, you yourself, from Italy, from a nice place by the sea, would you also consider one day moving to the Middle East, to a place like Dubai or
yes, I'm thinking about it every single day. But you know why? I think about it every single day because in Italy, every single day I have to pay some taxes.
Okay.
And it's not the best part of my day.
Yeah.
So to live in a country like this, they can offer even this scenario and the amazing people I met here. I think it could be an interesting option, and I'm really thinking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's great. Well, let's see what happens in the future.
Yes.
Hope to hear more from you, Professor.
Thank you
Vito.
very much, and thank you.
Thank you.